Last week, I covered this conference, the Canada Strong and Free Networking Conference, and it's an annual event where conservatives from across the country come and meet and talk about issues. And while I was there, I noticed a couple of buttons that I thought were strange. One said "Stop the Steal," which is an apparent reference to the 2020 movement to overturn the US election results. And the other had the name Jenny Byrne crossed out and replaced with Corey Tenike. Byrne is the Conservative campaign manager, and Tenike is a longtime Conservative strategist who has been critical of the ongoing election campaign. So it's conceivable that people at this conference made these pins. And in fact, I spent time last week trying to prove that. But recently, I learned it was an operation undertaken by the Liberal War Room itself. Two operatives went to the conference and planted these buttons, and in an attempt to tie Conservative supporters to the politically toxic Donald Trump. I was having dinner with friends, and I saw some people who I recognized to be Liberal staffers. I overheard the person next to me, a man, who had already identified himself as someone who was working in the Liberal War Room, and he's talking about how he was at the conference and planted these buttons in a Liberal campaign-sanctioned false flag operation. So I confronted him. He knew I was a journalist. I said, if you did that, then that's a story and I'll report it. At first, he conceded that he had said that, but once I said it was going to be a story, he denied having said anything at all. So I left shortly after, and then at a separate bar, a Conservative source told me another Liberal campaign staffer was also talking about it. So the next day, I put in a request for comment with the Liberal Party, and they didn't deny it. It's not unusual for political parties to play tricks like this during a campaign, but it is unusual to hear about it from them.